Hi, I'm historian and author Claire Ridgway and welcome back to my Tudor Christmas Advent series. Today we're stepping away from feasting and firesides to explore something absolutely essential to Christmas in Tudor England, music. Whether you celebrate with Michael Bublé, Bing Crosby or something a little more traditional, the Tudors also had their own Christmas soundtrack, and it was lively, meaningful and much older than many people realise. Just as my mum used to put on Jim Reeves while she prepared Christmas, and I tend to reach for Michael Bublé, Tudor homes also filled their halls with music at this time of year. Descriptions from the period tell us that musicians, pipers, fiddlers, waits would often play while the Yule log was brought in on Christmas Eve and as the greenery was hung around the hall. Music was part of the ritual, part of the atmosphere and part of the joy. But what exactly were people singing? While many of the carols we know today only date back to the 18th or 19th centuries, the practice of singing at midwinter is far older. Songs were sung at winter solstice celebrations thousands of years before Christianity. When the early church sought to weave Christian tradition into existing festivals, they also brought in Christian song. A Roman bishop in 129 AD decreed that the Angels' Hymn should be sung at a Christmas service in Rome. In Italy, by the 13th century, St. Francis of Assisi included songs in his nativity scenes. And in medieval England, the great mystery plays, such as those performed in Coventry, included songs that we still recognise today, like the haunting Coventry Carol. By the Tudor period, Christmas already had a long musical memory. In 1521, printer Wynkyn de Worde published a collection called Christmas Carols. Sadly, the book is lost to us, but a single surviving leaf in the Bodleian Library preserves two of its carols. A carol of hunting, a symbolic meeting between a hunter and a hart representing humankind seeking God, and a carol bringing in the boar's head, known today as the Boar's Head Carol, still sung at Queen's College, Oxford. By the Tudor period, carols were flourishing, not just in the church, but in streets, homes and great halls. Several traditional carols have medieval or Tudor origins, and you might recognise some. In Dulce Jubilo, 14th century. O Come All Ye Faithful, Adeste Fidelis, possibly 13th century. Good King Wenceslas, based on a 13th century Finnish melody. The Boar's Head Carol, 15th century. Coventry Carol, 16th century. Adam lay abounden, 15th century. Make we joy now in this fest, circa 1450. Gaudete, 16th century. God rest ye merry gentlemen, at least 16th century. The Gloucestershire Wassail, medieval. Carols were not originally just songs. The very word comes from the French carol, meaning a dance sung in a ring. In medieval and early Tudor England, carols could be sung at Christmas, Easter, May Day, any seasonal festival. But by the early 1500s, they were increasingly associated with Christmas. We even have evidence of their popularity. Oxford bookseller John Dawn recorded a surge in sales of single-sheet carols in December 1520, more than at any other time of the year. But these weren't church hymns. Carols were sung in homes, performed at feasts, sung in the streets, heard during revels and processions. And if you lived in a town, you'd hear the waits, professional town musicians. Waits played at Christmas. They sounded the hours at night, warned of danger, played for processions, and could be hired by wealthy households to provide festive entertainment. One description from 1608, so going slightly into the Stuart period, paints a wonderful picture in a gentry household. Musicians playing refined music in the great chamber, while down in the hall, ordinary folk danced to the rustic sound of bagpipes. A perfect mix, elegance upstairs, riotous fun downstairs. Carols were also part of wassailing, that centuries-old ritual of drinking warm spiced ale and bringing blessings to the community. Wassail, wassail, all over the town, our toast it is white and our ale it is brown. So what did Tudor Christmas sound like? Pipers playing as the Yule log was dragged in, carols echoing down busy streets, waits sounding the hours in the cold winter air, gentle voices around the hearth singing ancient melodies, and wassail songs booming through taverns and halls. Music wasn't just background noise, it was part of the magic, part of the ritual, part of Christmas itself, just as it is today. Thank you for joining me for today's musical journey through Tudor Yuletide. If you've enjoyed it, please do give me a like and click that bell. And let me know in the comments, do you have a favourite Christmas carol, or what do you wrap presents to? For me, it's Michael Bublé. I'll see you tomorrow for more Tudor Christmas delights.